what point did you go from installing our product to wanting to be a part of our product? Because I know that just happened kind of organically, right?
Yeah, it happened pretty organically. I mean, I was in love with the idea of it from day one because I didn't think this was possible, mainly because, you know, I was your typical American that didn't know what the rest of the world was up to as far as means and methods in construction.
Yeah.
Here in the States, when we're doing mid-rise multifamily, it's just all wood all the time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And then I heard about these guys down in Florida that are doing essentially what we do with wood panels, but with cold form steel. And I was intrigued right away because I said to myself, I was like, if they're not lying, if this is true, this is a game changer, right? Somebody's finally figured out how to do this. And then I started learning about the history of it all from you guys, about how it's very popular overseas.
Yeah, very.
And it's basically the only way they build overseas,
right.
For a number of different reasons. Here, we're just talking about all like the bullet point, hard cost reasons why you would want to do this. But obviously, there's a million other things we can talk about and capture, like LEED certifications, green energy credits, zero waste. I mean, there's a million different things we can talk about. But for me,
when you were going through the project, was there a tipping point for you that you thought, I'm no longer going to do what I've always been doing as a project manager, but I'm now going to think about cold form steel in some form or fashion? Was there a tipping point?
There definitely was. I mean, I was a believer right from the jump. Like I wanted to believe in it because it's something I wanted to see.
Yeah.
So it didn't take much persuasion for me, but once I saw the scale at which you guys were doing it and that this wasn't a one-off, that you had customers all across the country, up and down the eastern seaboard, there was real interest in the market. And people started asking me questions from around the country. They wanted to come up and tour the job site. When I saw how much interest it garnered with the general contracting community and the developer community and even the architect community, right? That was kind of the tipping point where I was like, okay, this is real. I want to go do this.
You did a number of tours, I guess, right? At the other projects.
Yeah, I mean, and I had calls from all around the country. After hours, people would call me and ask questions. How did you do this? How did you do that? And just kind of gave them the survival guide on it.